Welcome back again to the Pyro podcast. This is the place to be. This is a place to be for the self-development and everything that you might mention. So we are in a series of discussing the love languages, and today I don't want to tell you what it is, but then what does it feel like when I tell you that you look handsome or you look beautiful? Just when you wake up in the morning, go to the mirror, and then you check out yourself and you're like, oh God, my God, that's the creator, took his time to create me and took his time to make who you are, whoever you are. It's one of the things that I don't like when a person comes to and tells me, for example, like, Shelton, I don't feel like I'm that beautiful. Or maybe Pook, I have an issue because I don't feel like I'm that 10 over 10. Because when God was creating you, he had a purpose, and the purpose was for you to look the best that he could think of. One thing I like about church, or one thing I like about some people who are so religious, or some people who believe in the creator, on the creation story, is that they know that they were created in the likeness of God. So any moment you look in the mirror, that person you see right there is not you, that's God himself. So it's very important for everybody to recognize and to come into, let me say, like, what can I don't know how to put it, but then to come into a conclusion like you are beautiful or you are as handsome as you could be. If God had another chance to create you, he could not have done it any better. So when a person affirms that your beauty or that of your handsomeness or that's something that you have done, that's what a love language called affirmations comes in. So words of affirmation, technically, it can be verbal, it can be written, or it can be expressed in whatever means, because nowadays in the era of technology, somebody can express love through writing. And this is one of the many ways that those people who are in long distance relationships use to bond or to keep themselves attached: writing or talking, affirming the beauty, affirming whatever the efforts your partner has done, because it means very important and it's very critical. So Gary Chapman, when he was defining it, he defined it as a way of spoken or written words that confirm, support, uplift, empathize with another person in a very positive manner. So this one of the things that is mostly convinced to this, or something that is linked to this, is positive criticism. Positive criticism, if you look it from a third angle, it's a word of affirmation, because you want that of your partner to be better, but then you criticize them in a very positive way, and maybe it puts them on a check so that they can become better. So the love language that we're discussing, if you've not really started right now, it is words of affirmation. Good example of a word of affirmation that I can tell you is that when a person says to you, I love you, that person is affirming the love to you. Yes, you know this person loves you, but then our minds are set in a way that something that just have to be confirmed. If you are going through an issue, your partner has been there for you, but then you still need that partner to confirm to you that I care for you and I'm here for you. You feel me? So I love you is one of the best word of affirmation you can tell your partner. Another one that you can use is that you are so special to me. When a person comes and tell you, look, you are so special to me, babe, you are so special to me, or whatever the name that you call your partner, I don't care about the names, but then that name, when it's linked with the word I care for you, or you are so special to me, it means something different, right? Rather than being from any other person, it means something different. Another one that a person can use, we're discussing the examples, is that I couldn't have done this if it was not for you. Actually, you can't recognize the magnitude of that stuff unless you have done something, or you have helped that person maybe achieve whatever he wanted to achieve, maybe do something that he wanted to do, and then when he affirms to you that your efforts have been of help to that person, then it becomes an importance, and it puts the feeling, all the affection that you have for that person in such a way, like you feel like this person recognizes your efforts, it recognizes your maybe it was the support that was from down the heart, and it is not easy for everybody to recognize, because there are some people you can help them and they don't appreciate, you know. So it's one of the best affirming words, that when a person tells you, I couldn't do this without you. Another one that is very important is when a person links it to something. For example, if a person tells you, or your partner tells you, or your parent tells you that, I'm so proud of you for this 1 2 3. Let us take an example. Maybe you have graduated. Graduation is, yeah, you have graduated, and then your partner tells you, I'm so proud of you because, or I'm so proud of you for doing this, I'm so proud of you for doing this 1 2 3, whatever it is. Then it affirms you that that person is keen to detail, is keen to pick out that one thing that you have done and maybe compliment you on it. So I can say, like, those simple compliments, those simple words that people say to us, they affirm it for us to be better. Another one that is mostly used, or you can use, you who is watching, is, I'm here for you. And you don't, these words, they don't just have to be like you're just saying them because of the saying, but you have to mean whatever you're saying. They just have to come from the bottom of your heart, that if you are telling this person, I'm here for you, the person must feel, yes, Pook is here for me. Yes, person X is here for me. Not just I'm here for you and you really are not there for the person. You just have to be present, so that you can, after affirming the words that you are here for the person, then go on and act like the same. You feel me? Yes, another one that a person uses is, in a way, when you want the person to change, it's like a positive criticism for the person or for the partner. You can use this simple word, because it's a one that you can tell the person, this is a point you need to improve. Okay, you can say, I'm always impressed when you do XYZ, right? I'm always impressed when maybe you work and the person brings you food at lunchtime. You can now take it as a side of a positive criticism, or as a side of something that you're complimenting the person for the things he does or she does, and when they do it, they make you happy. So it becomes as a point of recognition, like, when you do this, I'm always happy for you, or I'm always proud of you when you do this for me, I'm always impressed by whatever you do. And another substitute for that, maybe you can say, I value you doing 1 2 3, I value you doing 1 2 3. And another one that can become our last example, maybe for this session, is that I'm always grateful when you do 1 2 3. I'm always grateful when you do this and this. Or you can say, in the past tense, maybe it's something they did yesterday. You can tell the person, I was grateful for what you did 1 2 3. It's very good, or it's very highly rated when you quote the thing they do, because you can't come and tell me that I'm always proud of you when maybe you have to have something you're proud of, because at the end of the day, yes, I know I'm good, I do all these things, yes, but you have to take key to detail and affirm that one thing that you are very proud of. You can't be proud of everything. At the end of the day, you have to affirm that one thing that you're very proud of. You feel me? Yes. So as you can realize, is that these examples, we can go on and on and on. Everything that you listen from your partner, everything that you say to your partner, most of them, they are affirming words. Okay, if we can take an erotic or something that's very nasty, if after the session, maybe you have had a good time, and when that person tells you that, I'm always proud of you when you take your time, then that's an affirmation. And trust me, these affirmations, they make things different, totally different. That's why you should employ, one of the love languages that you should employ, if you don't have it, is words of affirmation. It doesn't have to be a primary. If it is not a primary, just employ it, because it changes the dynamics of a relationship in whatever way. Because saying thank you to somebody, appreciating something that they do, it's something that makes them feel appreciated and considered. All, maybe I can use this stupid line, not taken advantage of in a relationship. So another thing that you have to take note under this is that the choice of words matter. Let me take a very quick example. Have you ever wondered why 5 men can go to the same lady, use the same words, but then at the end of the day, only one or two of them gets away with the lady. Talking about the pickup artistry, you can walk up to the same lady having the same words, but then at the end of the day, only one guy is going to walk away with the lady, or maybe two guys. Why? Because of the choice of words. It is the same message. Yes, I need you. That's the message every guy has, maybe. Or I like your beauty. Yes, but the way you express it changes the dynamics of it. It changes how the lady views you. It changes how everything comes out. So it's the same as the words of affirmation. It's not just about the words, but it is the choice of words and how the words are said. This is where how things are said comes out and pops out in a very clear way. You can say to me, Sheldon, I'm proud of you because of this and this and this, but then at the end of the day, it won't have that much impact like when you stress it, all how you say it in a better way. So in whatever you are affirming to your partner, ensure that it is the best of the best that you could do. It is the best of the best that you could do. Another thing that you have to recognize is that if it is positive criticism, or if it is a place you want your partner to improve on, you have to know that words can build something up, or words can tear something down totally completely. So how you put out your words, or how you let the words come out of your mouth to your partner, it's very critical and it is very important. Another power note that you can take before we discuss the aspect is that writing letters or letter writing is not old school, by the way. It's not only for the poets. Again, it's not old school and it's not for the poets. You can go and script a small note and it will mean a world to those people. In a world where we exist, where media has taken over everything, everybody's just going to Google, Googling a love note for a lover, good morning note for a lover. You can become a little different. Be natural. Take a small note. Write something. Do you know the first thing she touches when she wakes up? Yes, you're right. The phone, or maybe the laptop. Take your sticky note, write something good, something amazing, and stick it on right there. Or just script a small letter, put it in a handbag. That one day when she opens it and finds it, it doesn't have to be that day. Any other day when she opens that pocket and finds that letter, then trust me, it's going to change everything, because that thing hits home like nothing else does. In a world where everybody doesn't write a letter, everybody doesn't leave a written note, do so and change the dynamic of the relationship, or change the dynamic of everything, because at the end of the day, it's that thing that you do which is different that makes you that takes you away or makes you be unique out of the pool of any other person. It is the uniqueness that places you the place that you are, and it is very important to appreciate those people, especially with written materials, because they can't be forgotten. So let us dive and check the aspects of this words of affirmation love language. Yes, so one of the great aspects of this words of affirmation love language is the verbal affirmation. So verbal affirmation, they can be just like a simple thank you, like a simple you did this, I'm really proud of you. Verbal, like spoken words. And most of the time, people do overthink this stuff when it comes to spoken. Like, you think like I have to do it in a very artistic way. No, you don't. You don't have to do that. Just a simple stuff like I'm proud of you because of 1, 2, 3. Simple, straight to the head, and being authentic makes things so different. You don't have to go like and pick maybe a pickup line from somewhere and you're like, okay, so I've been watching you do this and it makes my day when you do this, it makes whatever. No. If you're proud of her because of something, just let it to her and it will be natural and it will change everything. You don't have to work so hard looking forwards to affirm something to a person. Another aspect is compliments and appreciation. This is very critical, and men have mastered this, but ladies have not mastered this. It is very critical when you compliment your partner. If the person has tried his best to look good, or if the person has a good cut, he is going to be barber, spend his time over there and add a very great cut. You should compliment the person. It means a lot to him. It doesn't matter if he did it today, next week, another week. Just always be affirming these things because they mean a lot. They mean a lot, trust me. Men have mastered this. If you make your nails, he'll compliment you. If you make your hair, he'll compliment you. If you look great, he will. But ladies, most of the time, they tend to believe that maybe they should be receiving rather than giving out. But when it is two-way, it's the best. When it is two-way, it's the best. So if your man is looking good, or if your man has done something, affirm to him that whatever he did, it was not because you deserved it. Yes, it is because you might be because yes, you deserve it because you're in that relationship, yes, but then it's not a guarantee. You feel me? It's not a guarantee that when you're dating, for example, I take you to an out. Nah, it's not. But when a person makes an effort to do something, affirm to those people that you have recognized their efforts. It is very critical. Another one is encouragement and support. So when it comes to encouragement and support, technically it helps us in comfort, motivation, and confidence to move forward and do other things. So that is encouragement and support. There's nothing that is much greater, much sweeter for any man or any lady, knowing that when she or he is doing something, somebody on the background or somebody in the audience got his back. It is very good and very well. Because let me take another situation. If your husband or your guy or your fiance is a public speaker and you're with that person before he enters the podium and you're firm to him, or you call him over the phone and then you tell him, I know you're going to do this and you got this and you are going to be, it's going to be amazing. Trust me, even the stage fright reduces. It works like magic. So affirmations, one of the aspects is that it is for encouragement and support, and it really works perfectly, especially when it comes from those people whom you care. They don't have to be your girlfriends and your fiancés or your boyfriends, even from family and any other person. It really matters a lot. Another one is that it's acknowledgement and validation. Acknowledgement and validation. This is self-explanatory, of course, because when it comes to acknowledgement, technically, when you are acknowledged of something, or when somebody recognizes something, then it means a lot to you because it tells you how much those people are keen, or how much those people they really study your life. I think studying your life is the best way, because if you acknowledge me of something that I have done, then it means that you really care and you care to look into my life and study it. And when now you tell me, then it can go drift to another point of encouragement. But acknowledging something, good efforts from people and validation of feelings and maybe affection, all experiences, it is very okay. If you acknowledge an experience that I've gone through, if I was through depression and now I'm out of depression, and then you tell me, babe, that thing that you've done, it was just marvelous. Trust me, it will mean a world to me. Words of affirmation, they communicate a world to people, and it is the best way. Like, I can't even explain it further than that. Another one is expressing gratitude. So when it comes to expressing gratitude, words like thank you, all thank you for doing this, everyday gestures of affection and kindness. For example, when a person does something, as I said earlier, when you're in a relationship, you're not guaranteed. It's not a guarantee for you to get all the offers and the gratitude, all the good things that are given to you. All the acts of kindness should be rewarded with maybe gratitude. Okay? It makes things different. I know you deserve it, but then when you confirm it that I've done something that, because tell me something. If I do something and then you don't recognize it, or maybe you don't say thank you, maybe you see like you deserve it. At the end of the day, when I stop doing those things, you can't ask for them because you deserve them, don't you think? But when you appreciate, then it motivates me. It tells me that these are the things he or she enjoys most, and that person can continue doing that stuff all along. You feel me? That's the point. So another thing is building confidence and self-esteem. So this is where positive criticism comes in and positive affirmations. Affirmations like, you got this, for example. You are better than this. You have always done this, and I know you can do it this time. Maybe when you get out of your house, you're going to somewhere to a conference, and then your partner tells you, you have always done it. Or you are going for an interview, then your partner tells you, I'm positive you are going to get hired in that job. That thing motivates you and it improves your confidence and your self-esteem. So what can you do if you want to engage with these people or dating somebody whose love language is words of affirmation? Let's wrap it up and talk about, in this last section of this video, what can you do if you're dating that person whose love language is words of affirmation? What can you do if you have a brother? What can you do if you have a sister whose love language is words of affirmation? How can you embrace it? How can you let them feel accommodated in that relationship? You know, as I started this video, the first video, I said that the love languages, they don't just apply in a boy-girl relationship or a man-wife relationship or something of that sort. It can be your brother or sister or whoever it is. Or what can you do if you are that person whose love language is words of affirmation? What should you be expecting? Or how should you talk to your partners on how they can express this to you? So one of the very critical things that you should do is that you have to be authentic, and you should do it more often than regular. You feel me? More often than regular. These are people who only feel loved when you affirm things they do. So pay keen attention to detail of whatever they do and embrace or affirm those things using sweet words to them. It means a world to them, and it will change how they view things or how they view you as their lover. So more often than regular. It doesn't matter if you told this person, you did these things and I appreciate it. Repeat that thing again if she has not done any other thing, because it means a lot to the person and it means a lot to the relationship, of course, at a whole perspective. Another great thing that you can say is that if this is like an advice, if saying those words is tough for you, if using the verbal way is tough for you, do it in writing. Of course, it is very simple. Now, this is the takeaway home point. Don't go and research, don't Google it on how to say it. It would be a good thing. Just say whatever you want to say in the way it is, the way it comes. And if you can't say it, then write it. Do a writing, be it a text or a message or a note. But I encourage more to do it on a note, because a note is something she can refer to the other time, and then she's like, oh my god, this guy, who's this guy? So it is very important that way, because if you do it in a text and then WhatsApp has updated its system and the messages are gone, now you know something is not adding up in your way, right? But do it in a text and script even a simple letter to her, appreciate her for whatever she did, congratulate her, applaud, compliment her, whatever it is. And the same for the ladies. Do the same for your man. Men deserve those things too, because when it becomes one-sided, it becomes like it's more of selfish way of love in a relationship. Another thing is that you have to take attention, or you have to pay keen attention to the words that you use, because words are everything. They can be good and they can be bad. They can break or they can build up. So the words that you use, they have to be well chosen and use them politely, especially when it comes to criticism. The words that you use, they build or they break. So use the words in a very good way, and slow down whenever you want to use those words. Think before you say those words. You know, when a person tells you think before you talk, it becomes like an insult, but then it has very great meaning. Think before you talk. Think before you say something. Think before you compliment. You don't just say anything. There's a better way to compliment it. I have a friend who does it perfectly, and maybe in one of these sweet days, I'll invite him, and then he'll teach you these things, how to do them. Talk to him, liaise with him, and he'll let you know about these things. Another great thing is that authenticity is key. Be natural. Don't go watch a movie, don't go read somewhere and then you come applying the same words. Be natural. If it is my lips you like, tell me. If it's my eyebrows, tell me. Don't just compliment anything like something that I can't relate to. You know, it's not such a good thing when a person gives you a compliment, something that you know that they're lying to you. Maybe you came out today dressing in a very, maybe you are not matching the colors, especially for, I'm addressing the men in this. You're not matching colors, and then your lady tells you you look amazing. You know that's a lie, right? Maybe you went and took a very poor haircut, and then they tell you that you look amazing. That's a lie. So be natural and be authentic in whatever you do. In whatever you compliment, be authentic, because it will only mean something to them when they know it is pure, honest, and natural and authentic. It's not cooked. Another great thing that you have to consider is that you have to understand the words that your partner likes the most.